Okay, it's the morning of the halfway point, day 15. It's pretty chilly out here, as I expect it will be for most of the remainder of my trip in the mornings. And the sun's getting ready to come over this mountain behind me, and I want to go up. I tied up a couple flies last night by the campfire. There's what I'm using. It's kind of a hybrid woolly booger, double bead head booger McFletch that I'm gonna go try to nail some of them tiny little brown trout with, so that I got proof that I conquered the real Chiquite, the real McCoy. I gave it a valiant effort, but with ice clogging my line guides, it wasn't long before I had had enough. Okay. So this is the amount of beer cans that I found within about a 200-yard radius of where I'm camped. Not at the campsite, but along the sides of the roads and along the creek. Now, I love to party as much as the next guy. And I know that when you're driving in your truck in the woods, you don't want to get caught by the warden with beer cans in there. But guys, come up with something better. This is ridiculous. There's probably close to 40 beer cans here. I don't know about you, but I don't want to see that. I decided I'm going to keep these cans, and maybe I'll go buy a spot where I can cash them in at. And that, combined with this crusty old quarter I found, might make this the most lucrative stop yet. I'm here in Taos, New Mexico, and I'm filling up, because it's 218, and that's the cheapest I've seen since Texas. Coming down that rough road this morning made me think, do I have air in my spare tire? Time to check. I inspected the undercarriage and topped off the engine oil in the Walmart parking lot. My canoe drew the ire of an older gentleman with a long ponytail who had pulled up alongside me in his RV. We quickly struck up a conversation, and after only a few minutes, he'd invited me into his RV for a beer. Kids, don't try this at home. He went by the name of Mark, but told me he was known locally as Wolfman because of his longtime pet and friend, which had been tragically shot and killed by someone for reasons he kept unclear. His heritage dictated that I not show him on video, as he told me he was a native shaman. There was a definite strange air around him, and in fact, even my camera would glitch when I had it on close to him.
Oh, I mean, this guy just, and he's an Indian feathers. You won't let me put him on camera because he's more on this.
Between us, we ended up finishing a six-pack of imported beer, as he was supposed to split it with a friend, but they didn't arrive. I learned that he was homeless except for the RV we sat in, which ironically enough was a model called the Establishment. It seemed to me to embody everything he stood against. Being a former animal trainer who now made crafts for sale wherever he could, he had been on a journey not unlike mine, only his had lasted decades. He was intrigued with both my aura and my journey, and as he began to pour a glass of vodka and milk for himself, the tone of our encounter changed, from small talk to conversations that would drastically impact my journey and the rest of my life. You'll just have to stick around to find out how. He tried to get me to visit a temple in the mountains south of town. At first I agreed, but as he got drunker, I got skittish, and convinced him to settle on a walking tour of Taos to work off our liquid lunch. Here he introduced me to several other vagabonds near the town square, but I soon grew ready for the road. When Wolfman inquired about my route, I told him I was headed for an old favorite fishing hole on the San Juan River, then Durango and on to Moab. He questioned my decisions and insisted that either I stay the night in Taos or redirect my route to visit a favorite spot of his near the Continental Divide. He told me not to go to Durango. I respectfully remained set in my decisions. We traded numbers, but his last prediction was that we would never meet again.
And this is the Rio Grande Canyon. Once again, another cool looking fishing lake, another day use fee. Guess I'll just keep on trucking. Try to find a way around it. Oh, look at this! Day 15, Spidey! What's up, Spidey? I don't know exactly how high we are, but my truck acts like it's been smoking 3 packs of cigarettes a day. Third gear's all I can muster going up this brute. But my truck didn't have to struggle for too long, because I was headed down there. Well, it's the end of day 15, and I'm here on the banks of the San Juan River. I tried to cast a little bit, but I didn't really put any effort into it. I'm pretty spent. Just having a liquid lunch and not having dinner till now, on top of driving about 250 miles and getting up at 5:30 this morning to hit those beaver ponds. I'm pretty whooped. And I'd like to go to the day use area in the morning at 4 a.m. so that I get my full money's worth out of the $5. I'm going to pay it because it'd be a long, long walk for one. And it's worth it. It's going to be worth it. This spot right here is a lot of the reason that I came to New Mexico. So to stop short and not spend the other $5 be pretty lame. All right, this is, please state your names.
I'm Heather. I'm Marina.
Yeah. And I'm at these lovely,
right now.
yeah.
Dam in Gay-ass New Mexico. Yes, Mexico. Fuck Mexico.
And we were down trying to catch some
Fish.
delicious bass. Yes, no.
Fish.
But instead we got drunk.
Moss. And we caught a lot of moss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moss fishes, yes.
All of our
See.
worms.
But like 2 that we have left from throwing them out.
Aw, hope you have a good trip.
Hey, appreciate it. Hey, could you guys give me a hey, where's Jonesy?
Hey,
Where's Jonesy?
Yes. Thank you.
Jonesy.
You ladies have a safe night.
Hey, where are you?